For my fighter spotlight of the week this week, I've decided to do the man that led the card, the man that had a great performance, the man that was looking like he was going to a decision, but pulled out a finish because he just had an opponent that was ready to get out of there. I'm talking about Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez is my fighter spotlight of the week, and he deserves it. He deserves it, man. Let's talk about Anthony Fluffy Hernandez real quick. All right. Trains out of MMA Gold and Marinoble's MMA in Dorado Hills, California. He wrestled in high school, but he got kicked off the team for bad grades. Then he eventually went to college and dropped out because he didn't like it. He wanted to pursue a career in mixed martial arts, like most of our favorite heroes in the sport. His birthday is October 18th, 1993. He fought on October 19th, and I don't think they mentioned that on the card. Happy birthday to you, Anthony Hernandez. I'm a fellow Libra myself. My birthday was on the 13th. Your birthday being on the 18th. We have a lot in common already. Congrats on the win. Congrats on your birthday. I'm hoping you got to spend your winnings on something dope. He's 31 years of age. He's a 6'0" middleweight. I don't know why I have lightweight written here. That's kind of crazy. But he's 13-2, 3 KOs, 8 submissions. Shouldn't that be 4 KOs now? No, it's still 3. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see why. Yeah, it's 3 KOs, 8 submissions, and 1 no contest. The no contest being a fight with Jordan Wright, and it was originally a KO for Anthony Hernandez, but it was overturned after he tested positive for marijuana. We joking? It's illegal in most states. What are we doing? But anyways, yeah. So a legitimate KO win for Anthony Fluffy Hernandez was overturned because he tested positive for marijuana. Can we love him anymore? Can we? Come on. He's given Diaz. He's given O'Malley. He's given Starr already. I love it. I fucking love it. And he's a contender series veteran. So you know the UFC loves to push these contender series guys. You know, Jamal Hills, the Sean O'Malley's, you know, the guys that they see a little value in that they can push quickly to the top and make some star value out of them. And Fluffy looks like one of those guys, let me tell you. Yeah, contender series 10. I was saying that a KO win over Jordan Wright was originally a win for Hernandez on contender series, but they overturned it because of his positive marijuana test. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little smacked while he was in there. Helps you fight. I love training while smoke, you know, little puff right before I go in. It makes you feel everything a little better, lets you settle in nicely. But yeah, other things about Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. He won the vacant LFA middleweight championship before fighting on contender series. Guess who he beat? None other than top middleweight contender Brendanallen. Yeah, he's a win over Brendanallen. Fast track this dude. We already have a rematch waiting to happen, which he doesn't need to take because he's already beaten Brendanallen, and this would be a fight that Brendanallen definitely would want. But yeah, Fluffy has a win over Brendanallen. So I hope we can get that footage and show some of that when we get his nice highlight package showing in his next fight, because that's something we should definitely be highlighting. Now, he did lose to Marcus Monkeyman Perez in his UFC debut after he had won on contender series, but it was turned to a no contest. So, you know, he did get a little skid after coming into the UFC, but then he picked up a win right after that. He beat Park Jun-young, who also, if you haven't noticed, just beat Brad Tavares a couple weeks ago. Couple sneaky wins on his record that look pretty nice. Just saying. A little Brendanallen early, a little Park Jun-young in a co-main event spot. He beat that guy by anaconda choke. Yeah, anaconda choke. It was a unanimous decision over Brendanallen, but an anaconda choke win in his second fight in the UFC over Park Jun-young. And that was in China. So he went over to China and beat this dude's ass in his backyard. Just saying, a little gangster. Gotta love it. That's giving Diaz. Just saying. And then he had a fight against Kevin Holland. That was on the Overeem versus Harris card in Jacksonville, Florida. He lost in the very first round. He got jumped on early. Kevin Holland was streaking at the time. This is peak Kevin Holland. We're talking 2020. So this is right at Kevin Holland's rise, right before he tore off a bunch of wins off of Joaquin Buckley, Darren Stewart, Charlie Ontiveros, Ronaldo Souza. Yeah. And this was after his middleweight reign of beating Gerald Mearshart, Alessio Di Chirico, and John Phillips, and going to a decision with Thiago Santos. So this was like peak Kevin Holland that he went up against, and he got KO'd in the first 39 seconds of round one. So, yeah. And then since then, Anthony Fluffy Hernandez has beaten Rodolfo Vieira at UFC 258 with a performance of the night bonus, submission, submitted a way accoladed black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Somebody well respected. He submitted him in his own art in MMA, but still. Then he beat Josh Fremd, another submission guy. So he's proving he can out-grapple the grapplers. Beat Josh Fremd, the unanimous decision in Jacksonville, Florida, again, to avenge his loss to Kevin Holland. Then he beats Power Bar Marc-Andre Barriault. Technical submission, arm triangle choke. Barriault didn't really get finished at the time, so that was pretty good. Then he takes out Edmund Shabazian, who was looking like he was starting to come back and do some good stuff. He was looking like he was about to, because he just beat Dalcha Lungiambula, and then he lost to Hernandez and then beat Dobson. So this was like the best he was looking since his early career in the UFC. So he beats Shabazian. Then he beats Roman Kopylov early this year in February. Performance of the night bonus. Nice little sub. Rear naked choke. UFC 298. And then he gets the win that we just seen yesterday. Let's talk about that. The day after this man's birthday, he goes out there and beats the absolute fucking brakes off Michelpereira. Michelpereira got smacked up. Michelpereira didn't look comfortable in this fight, not 1 second. He probably lost every single second of this fight, probably. He was getting beat up. There's a chance that he won round one. There's a chance that Pereira won round one, but I don't think he did. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez beat him up round one, round two, round three, round four. He didn't get the takedown round one. I think he shot about 6 times and didn't get a single one in round one. He might have got one right at the end, but round 2, he gets one. Round 3, he gets one. Round 4, he gets one. Round 5, he gets one. And most of the time when he gets it, the fight stays there. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez beats the crap out of Michelpereira, cuts him up over his right eye, bloodies him up, beats him up, makes him tired, makes him look like he wants to get out of there in round 2, 3, and 4. I thought the fight was going to end multiple times, multiple submissions, multiple big strikes, multiple elbows. But that's not what happened. Michelpereira survives till the very end. And then I think it was Herb Dean. Herb Dean's like, I don't know, man. You're getting your ass kicked. So in 2 minutes and 22 seconds to round 5, he steps in. Anthony Hernandez collects his second consecutive performance of the night bonus. And he beats Michelpereira by 5th round TKO. What a win by Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. With wins over Michelpereira, a streaking 8-fight win streak, Michelpereira, by the way. Wins over Brendanallen, wins over Park Jung-young. You gotta say that this guy's gonna get a good fight next. You got to say he's gonna get a good fight next. Now let's take a little gander at these UFC rankings to see what we should get for him, as we like to do for our beloved fighters here. He just took out number 14, Michelpereira. So Anthony Hernandez, welcome to the top 15. You deserve it, my friend. He's looking up from here. I think Chris Curtis has a fight booked. Hamzat Chimaev has a fight booked. We got Jack Hermanson. Absolute perfect fight. Jack Hermanson, ranked at number 11. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, grappler. Jack Hermanson, grappler. Both have fun striking if they don't use their grappling. That is a fantastic next step easy first step matchup for Anthony Hernandez to fight next. I love that fight. I don't even want to look at anything above that. I think that fight is absolutely perfect. But if we did look above, we got Roman Dolidze. That's a fun fight. That's a fun fight. We got the Brendanallen rematch. I don't. He probably looks right over Brendanallen if I'm him. I look right at Jared Cannonier. I look right at Marvin Vettori. Those are the three. We have Jack Hermanson next. That's who we should fight next. And then if he wins, he's a top 10 ranked guy after that. Then we give him a top 10er to see if he belongs there. So we either give him Dolidze, Cannonier, Vettori, even though we got to see that Vettori Allen matchup. So maybe the winner of Vettori Allen. But and then after that, we see if he can hang with the top 5. We see if he's cut from that cloth. But the perfect next fight for him is Jack Hermanson. And I don't think Jack Hermanson has a fight lined up. I don't think he has a fight lined up. Look at that. Yep. He does not have a fight lined up, coming off of a win over Joe Pyfer. Big win for him. So if he turned back another young guy, hey, look at me, matchmaking. Look at me. Let's go. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez and Jack Hermanson. That's what I want to see next. Yep. And that is my fighter's spotlight of the week. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. You deserve it, brother. Happy birthday. And enjoy your wins. Spend it on something nice. You probably like guns. You look like a guy that likes guns. So no offense, but yeah, you look like a guy that likes that stuff. So maybe get yourself something nice.